Right before God does something you've been praying for years, He doesn't send a trumpet. He doesn't send an angel with announcement. He sends silence, discomfort, and delay, and calls it a warning. Most people never learn to read. Here's what nobody tells you. The season you're calling your driest, your most confusing, your most exhausting, that season might not be God pulling away from you. It might be the closest He has ever been. Most people don't lose their breakthrough because God changed His mind. They lose it because they quit one sign too early. They stop believing right before the shift, and they spend years wondering why nothing ever came, never knowing it was already in motion. Today, we're walking through 4 signs God shows before He moves in a major way. By the end, you're going to recognize at least one of them in your life right now. So before we start, if you believe your breakthrough is closer than it feels, write in the comments, "Lord, I am ready." Let's begin. Sign number 1. Everything feels slower than it should. You prayed, you believed, you did everything right, and instead of speed, you got delay. Doors that should have opened stayed shut. Answers that should have come took months longer than you expected, and the enemy uses that gap to whisper the most dangerous lie there is. Maybe this isn't happening at all. But listen carefully. Delay is not denial. In the Gospel of John, Lazarus was already sick when word reached Jesus, and Jesus stayed exactly where He was for 2 more days. Not because He didn't care, because He wasn't building a healing. He was building a resurrection. What looked like absence was actually construction. When your timeline stretches longer than you expected, it's rarely because God forgot you. It's because what He's assembling is bigger than what you originally asked for. Slow is not the same as stopped. Sign number 2. You feel disqualified right when the door is closest. This is the sign the enemy uses most, because it works. Right before a breakthrough, an old accusation resurfaces, a memory of failure, a voice that says, "Who do you think you are to receive this?" You start listing every reason you don't deserve what you've been praying for, and the timing is never a coincidence. Think about Gideon. When the angel called him a mighty warrior, Gideon's first response wasn't gratitude. It was a list of reasons he was the least qualified man in his family. God didn't argue with the list. He simply moved forward with the call anyway. Disqualification is not evidence that you're unworthy. It's evidence that something worth attacking is being formed in you. The enemy doesn't. Sign number 3. The vision gets clearer before the provision arrives. Right before God moves, He often shows you the picture before He shows you the path. You'll suddenly see your future with unusual clarity, a specific image, a specific direction, a specific outcome, while your current circumstances look nothing like it yet. And that gap between what you see and what you have can feel unbearable. Habakkuk 2:2 records God telling the prophet to write the vision and make it plain, because though it may seem slow, it will surely come. Notice what God gave first, not the provision, not the timeline, the vision. Clarity always arrives before capacity. If you can suddenly picture something you don't yet have the resources for, that's not your imagination running ahead of you. That's God showing you where He's already walking you toward. Sign number 4. You stop needing people to understand it. This is the quietest sign, and the one most people never notice happening. There comes a point right before a shift where you stop explaining yourself. You stop needing everyone to agree with your